Welcome to the video. This video is on business strategy. If you are someone who's a newer entrepreneur, someone who wants to take their business to the next level, and maybe you haven't been consistently profitable year over year, my business has gone for 9 years now, every year profitable, over 10 million mark. And I'm gonna talk about the fundamentals that really get your business to the next level as a mindset, just from the beginning, the get-go. So if you're new, you're looking to kind of get that next level of information, this is gonna be exactly what you want. And I'm gonna riff and work from my notes. I've outlined exactly what I wanna share with you on how to do this and the mindsets that are kind of fundamental to doing this. Thanks for tuning in, appreciate you. Let's get right to it. So let's start with the fundamentals. Whenever you're thinking about something, it's, in my opinion, quite helpful to understand the fundamentals. When you think about a business, I know everyone's like, why am I watching this video? You're talking about business. You need to understand that a business is a profit machine. You're there to create a product or service and provide that to your customers at a price and value that is better than the competition. That is exactly what your business is there to do. If you don't do that, nothing else matters. You have to create a better service and a better product, and you better do it better than the competition, or you will be out of money because your customers will leave you and they will go to other competitors. That is the truth of business. And frankly, as a business entrepreneur, your sole role, especially if you're a CEO and the lead strategic person in the company, is to think of that and focus most of your time on doing that. When I see a lot of young entrepreneurs in my family, in my friends, in the communities, I see a lot of people focused on the means, the ways to do that, instead of the actual doing of that. And the reality is, you can do a lot more than you think you can capable of doing. You can handle a lot of the business duties along with the sales in your company. I have made the mistake countless times of focusing on hiring, over hiring, and it's left me with a business that's bloated where I have lots of employees and now I'm managing people rather than actually focusing on the most important thing, which is delivering value to the customers and to the marketplace. So when you think about business, think about this. If you take nothing else from this video, this will be the most helpful thing. Think about delivering value to your customers, to the marketplace, better than your competition. If you do that, you will be on your way. And it can sound intimidating because you're dealing with other people in a space. But the thing is, it's not all that hard to separate yourself from the competition. What you have to learn to do is laser focus. Most people will not focus on the mundane, simple, repetitive nature of what is profitable in a business. Oftentimes they get distracted by the shiny new objects. They think that they have to go do all the new things. And the reality is you don't have to do that. You can do lots of just fundamental things to drive the success of your business. And a lot of times it's not sexy, it's just what needs to be done. So for you new entrepreneurs, don't worry about getting your LLC. Don't worry about setting up your books. Don't worry about hiring. Worry about where are you getting your customers and how are you going to get sales? How are you going to deliver a service to them that they want to pay you to deal with, and to repeat that process, to replicate that process, to make that process effective? That is your sole goal. Again, the bookkeeping, the business setup, all the operations, all of that comes with time. Those are problems you create, quality problems you'll experience as the business grows. But right now, focus and get yourself really lasered in on how do I get new business? How am I going to get customers? If you can't answer that, if you can't deliver on that, then there really is no need to build out the rest of the framework of your operations, of your teams, of all the things that you're doing. You have to focus on that first, and then you can make the shift and you can really start to think about delegation, building out the team, smoothing out the processes, spending your time there. Sales and value is first. So if you're a new entrepreneur and you're stuck, most entrepreneurs are going to fail because they run out of cash. Businesses are going to fail because they run out of income and they spend too much money on things that don't drive the profits and they run out of money. That's literally what happens. There's a lot of businesses out there right now that are burning through cash and they're spending so much money on their general expenses and their operations. They are bloated with people that aren't doing things that are meaningful to drive their sales. So again, I want to really, really emphasize this point, because if you can't do that, you will not succeed. And the way to do that is through just driving value in your service and products to your customers, and then focusing on your sales, your marketing, and your customers, getting them exactly the value in the product that they want in high quantities, ideally, so you can push the volume, the revenue, the referrals, and all of that into your business model. So let's talk about how you can do that, because that's really what the meat of this video is all about. So when I first started out in affiliate marketing, the most important thing to do was to learn and master affiliate marketing, which is basically a marketing mercenary role where you're just focused on generating sales for companies who are willing to work with a third party to do the marketing for them. 8.5 years ago, I really didn't know anything about affiliate marketing, and I had to find ways to do it. And what I did was I started reading on forums. I went to online premium forums and I was reading about that. I also met people through local industry conferences. So there's really 3 key ways to actually meet people in your space. 1, go to the industry conferences, the leading conferences in this specific industry. If you're in affiliate marketing, that would be Affiliate Summit West, Affiliate Summit East, that would be Affiliate World in Europe, and that'd be Affiliate World in Asia. You will meet so many amazing people by just going to conferences and going out to the expo halls, the meet markets, and showing up at the mixers, and even showing up to the talks and just kind of mingling, talking to people, just saying, hey, I'm here, I'm new to this industry, I'm looking to learn, or hey, I've been in this business for X amount of years, here's what I do. I'm looking to make connections, to learn more, to grow with people that are here. I am interested in all of this, and this is something that I want to learn more about. But going to conferences is really powerful. You can overdo this and you can go to too many conferences. You don't want to do that either. But for the most part, I find that most people don't go to enough. And especially when you're a young entrepreneur, you're thinking that the money invested in your network is probably wasted money when you should be spending it on operations, marketing, general expenses, things like that. Usually that's not the case. Usually the first thing you need to do is learn how to cut your learning curve and build a really powerful sales strategy. So in order to do that, you have to meet people in your space that are going to show you the way, create that mastermind, as Napoleon Hill would say in Think and Grow Rich. You need the mastermind. You need other people who are thinking the way that you are thinking so that you can actually get to the level that you want to get to, because you alone cannot do it. There's no such thing as a rich hermit. Human beings are social creatures, and collectively we gain so much power when we can get past our psychological challenges and traumas of not wanting to share or collaborate and work with our competition. Because when we can do that, oftentimes we can find that there's plenty of room in the market for both of us to exist, or all of us to exist, and you can actually take more market share and grow the market size in whatever it is that you're working on. So learn to figure out which those conferences are, go on Google, go online, talk to networks, get to forums, and start connecting with people in your industry so you can build a Rolodex of people that can share with you. Let me tell you a quick story. I have been going to conferences now for 8.5 years in my industry, and I have met so many people. Not a lot of people are in our industry for this long. And one thing that I found was that even just this last conference I went to in New York City, I met an individual, just one individual, who probably shaved our operational tech by at least 50% costs. Just from the hacks that he shared me, and we were able to collectively connect and talk and learn and collaborate. This individual ended up visiting me from his town and staying with me for a whole half a week, coming to the office, collaborating, sharing the tech, really just sharing his insights. I was able to make massive strides, not only in saving money on my tech that I thought was really good, but also in making it much more effective than what it was, much faster and more efficient. And I had no idea what was possible, except that I met this person at a conference that I've been going to for 9 years. And 1 year, I just meet one person connected by a third-party partner at an event, and boom, my entire business gets improved dramatically. So you would be surprised how quickly you can make connections. The other thing I'll say is that masterminding is a challenging art sometimes to build, because you have to convince individuals that you are actually bringing value, or frankly, most often you're just a little bit apprehensive to reach out and ask for help, and to be, I guess, shameless to ask for the help. I personally still deal with this and hold on to some pride, but at the end of the day, if I open up and am able to be humble, I find that I can really jump my levels in terms of where I am in my business and how successful I am. Here's another pro tip for you. When I moved from Seattle to Austin, I moved there purposefully. I had gone to a mastermind, again, connected through one of the conferences, and I went down to Austin, and when I met these individuals in Austin, I knew right away that Austin was the best marketplace if I was gonna stay in the industry that I'm in, to connect with individuals that were like-minded, that wanted to be in this industry, that wanted to do well with what I was trying to accomplish. When I moved to Austin, I even reached out to those individuals and decided to live in the same building as one of my mentors and colleagues, who dramatically accelerated my business. It went from 5 million to almost 15 million within a couple of short years. And a lot of the tips and the thinking and the way that they thought about my problems and my vulnerability to share with them the challenges I was experiencing really helped me open up and get to that next level. So as much as I can impart on you the idea and the wisdom of just masterminding and sharing and being okay with opening up, you can make massive strides, and then making the sacrifice to become closer to the people that are gonna help you get to your business level that you wanna get to. That is gonna cut massive amounts of time and ultimately put more money in your pocket than you would have spent investing in what it costs you to live where you need to go and be where you need to be in order to be connected to those people. You can also look at coaching. Now, there is a mantra out there for coaching, and coaches do get kind of a bad rap. And I'll be honest, a lot of people will go into coaching if they don't want to do their business, but they think they can coach it better than they can actually do it. And there's this saying that goes, those who can't do coach, and those who can do. And there's some truth to that. Most people are not going to want to coach if they can do what they're doing and make a lot of money doing it. Like, why would you spend the time working on one individual on an hourly rate or a contract rate when you have the ability to scale your business and just do it and do it well? That being said, I will say there's certainly a lot of coaches, whether it's in sports, in life, that are exceptionally talented at just coaching. And they help people identify blind spots and things like that. So I think you can find coaches that are great, but you have to be willing to kind of filter and maybe invest in a few of them to really find the one that clicks with you and helps you get the results. Ultimately, if you do work with a coach, you want to make sure that they get compensated on your performance. Never, in my opinion, should you ever be forced to pay upfront or pay on results that are not results oriented. You should always be working with a coach who's going to be compensated on the results they get working from you, meaning tie that to your business profits. Tie it, ultimately, that's the best goal, right? Hire a coach who's willing to work with you, and they're gonna only be compensated or compensated largely on the profits and the growth that they get within your business. Not what's existing and what the trajectory is right now, but what you could potentially, what they can take you up beyond that. So if you set that expectation up front, you're gonna filter a lot of coaches who aren't willing to work with you. And then ultimately, hopefully you can find a coach that can help you, who understands, hey, I'm gonna get compensated. This guy has the talent, the drive, or gal to do what I am gonna tell them to do. And I know what I tell them to do is the right thing to do, then boom, that's a really big win. And I guess lastly, what I'd say, because this video is running a little bit long and I want to keep it somewhat short and dialed, and I apologize for not mixing in a lot of B-roll or different scenes. I just wanted to crank it out because I just felt like there was enough information here to really help get people started. But spy your landscape. By that, what I mean is look at what's going on in the world, in the marketplace that you're attempting to build a business in, and make sure you have competition there and that it makes sense. Like, you don't want to start a business in a place where there's nothing else going on. You cannot create what they say, a market that's brand new. You want to go into an existing market that already exists, where there are players and competition in that marketplace, so you can see. So think about this. You want a business that you're starting to be something where you're modeling it off of something other people have done. So if you can model your business off of something that other individuals are successfully doing, then you are going to do really, really well, potentially. Now, there's a lot of reasons businesses fail, and we'll talk more about that in future videos. But the main thing I want to get across here is that you need to be able to go out there and have eyes on what is going on in the marketplace where you are. So for example, if I am doing a performance-based marketing agency like my company, I'm not going to go buy traffic on, say, Facebook if I can't see competitive ads selling similar products. I have to be able to see competitive ads in similar products, and I need to be able to see the funnels, the way that they're doing the marketing, and then see similar offers to what I'm working with. So I won't want to sell products until I'm extremely experienced as a business owner and I want to test something completely new. Early on, and for the majority of a business career, you're not going to want to do that. You're just going to want to sell existing stuff that's already proven, that's out there. And then modeling and spying the competition is going to be one of the best things you can do to make sure that you kick butt in that industry. If you can see what your competition is doing, how are they marketing? What is their pricing? Go through their service. Pretend to be a patron. Maybe use their service for one of your friends or yourself or your family and experience the entire experience of their product and customer service and costs, so you can better understand what you're up against. Because if you can do that, then you can reverse engineer the competition. You can think about what areas of their business are going to be similar to yours and what areas of your business you're going to want to change. And from there, you can actually build your business. So again, masterminds. So let's recap. Definition of a business: make profit. That is your sole focus. Don't worry about all the other stuff right now. Right now, your sole goal is to make profit, to make a profitable, repeated result for your customers and produce that consistently. If you can't do that, you do not go beyond that step. To do that, you've got to make connections. You've got to build masterminds. You've got to spy the landscape. Building masterminds through going to conferences, through connecting through forums, through going to shows and events that actually host the similar type of people in your industry, so you can make those connections and have those conversations and build that collective mind with other individuals that are doing what you want to be doing. That's really important. Get closer to the industry people that you want to be in physical contact. Move closer to them. Move to the building they live in. Move to the city they work in. Think about those kinds of things. And then lastly, you got to be able to spy the landscape. If people aren't out there doing what you want to do, then you just don't have a landscape that exists that you can really work from. So you've got to be able to do all those things and make that happen. I hope this was of value to you. And if it was, please hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below and let me know your feedback. If you have questions about which of these aspects you'd love for me to expand on, or you're stuck, drop a comment below and I'll be sure to respond. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.